Hey everyone, happy Wednesday night and welcome to our weekly Facebook Live. My name is Anne Granger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the beautiful town of Dorchester, Ontario, Canada, and I'm excited to be with you. First of all, I cannot believe that it's Wednesday already. Where did the first few days of this week go? It feels like these last few weeks of August are just flying by, and honestly, I just want them to slow down. I'm popping on just a few minutes so Facebook can let you know I've gone live, and that gives me a chance to check my settings and make sure that everything looks good. I hope you've had a great day here in Southwest. The last few days have been definitely overcast and cooler, which is really, really nice. And I actually said to my daughter at supper time, I'm like, feels like fall. It feels like fall. Like in the morning, it's a little cooler. Like today, I think it was only like 21, but felt like 24. I've already walked my puppy tonight. Like those are the things that we get to do when it's cooler and not so hot out. So, but it was a good day to stay inside and craft. I spent the day working in my room. My catalogs arrived, so I've got all that stuff prepped and ready so I can work on those tomorrow. I've been working on class schedules. Been working on a big event that I'm doing. So like, yeah, I was just working behind the scenes and it felt really great. So I feel accomplished today. So welcome to my happy place, aka my stamp studio. This is where you would find me majority of my days. I love spending time in here, whether it's just to come in here and escape the rest of the life for a few minutes. This afternoon I was in here, I was listening to I love nature music, like ocean sounds. So I was listening to that. It was just so peaceful and relaxing. But I usually come in here a couple hours, or when I'm home during the day, I spend some time in here, and I just love coming in and creating. It truly helps me escape the life and the world, but also just relaxes me. And I hope crafting does that for you too. I truly believe you have to find a hobby that makes you happy. Your hobby could be working out, could be running, could be reading a book, could be crafting, it could be knitting, sewing, quilting, whatever it is. I hope that it brings you joy and puts a smile on your face, because that's what we all need in the world right now. Well, I stocked up my jar again. I feel like I just keep adding to it. I was cleaning out, I have a bag where I keep all my chocolate in, and I was cleaning it out, and I was like, oh yeah, I should probably just add this. So here's my lovely jar of chocolate. I kind of been working on it a little bit today, but yeah, I usually have to have chocolate when I'm in my craft room. It's kind of goes hand in hand. I don't know about you, but it does. So this week, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the Stamp with Anne community. Each week I pick a product of the week and I go live Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. And during the summer, I've been going live at 11 a.m. I will be returning back to work very shortly. So once that schedule happens, I'll have to think about what I'm going to do for my Tuesday lives. I have been enjoying doing 3 videos a week with you. So, and I would like to continue that, but I just need to figure that all out. So this week I picked the Sunshine Vibes bundle, which is in our annual catalog, and you can also find it online. I am going to show you a card that I made from a sketch, and I forgot to print the sketch off, but that's okay. I will, when I post the video, I will make sure I show you the sketch. Each week on Monday, my team member Cindy posts a sketch or a color challenge, and I've been really going to them because I like creating with a sketch. I find it's like a puzzle just waiting to be solved, but it's only done with stamp paper and ink. So I have lots to share with you today. We are creating a card, and I have some samples to share with you. So let me show you the Sunshine Vibe bundle, which is part of the Boho Vibe suite. Say that 4 times. That's kind of a mouthful. Yeah, so let's flip the camera. So if you are here, today is Wednesday, August 20th. Can you believe that? I can't even believe that. And if you're watching live, you're going to see that red live button up top. And if you're watching on the replay, shout out to my replay warriors, because I know sometimes it's hard to catch a video live, but I know people like to watch it maybe on their lunch or in their craft room, late at night, early in the morning. I appreciate you, and I truly appreciate and grateful that you come and watch my videos. So thank you. All right, let's flip the camera. You are going to see, as I said, you're going to see it's a very overcast day. I was able to keep the blinds open, which is kind of nice. And my holder seems a little wonky today, and I'm not sure why. Oops, I think I pushed that too far. I have like this little notch on my phone, and I'm trying to get it set in there. Maybe I'll just tighten it up a bit. So let me just make sure that looks good and straight. I feel like maybe that might be straight. All right, if you were here, let me know how this looks. I think I just straightened it up a little bit. I feel like I need to move things over. Okay, I'll see how that looks. Actually, that looks pretty good. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna touch it. I just moved my mat over a little bit, but okay, let's leave that there. All right, so this week I am showcasing the Sunshine Vibe bundle. So this is a photo Palmer stamp set. Our photo Palmer stamp sets are meant for two-step stamping. I want to let you know of a major update that Stampin' Up just shared with us this week. Is that Stampin' Up is having a really hard time sourcing the red rubber, so our red rubber stamps, which is what Stampin' Up is known for. But ever like the last probably like I want to say many years, they're having a problem sourcing the red rubber. Manufacturers just aren't around anymore, and it's getting harder and harder to get the raw material. So Stampin' Up has made this the decision to transition to all photo Palmer stamp sets so they can continue going instead of being like caught one day and be like, we can't get red rubber anymore. So there I did a whole big information of that on my blog today. So you can find that there. And I am going to post it to social media also, so you will see it there. But basically, the last time you will see red rubber stamps produced is in our September to December mini catalog. And you know, I actually went and checked my shelf, and I have like 22 stamps that are current. And out of all those 22, I had one that was red rubber. I prefer photo Palmer. I love that they are see-through. I can see where I'm stamping. They're meant for two-step stamping. Also, the case is changing, so they're no longer going to have a DVD case. They're going to have more of a package style like this. And that all will take place starting in November. You might see some switch over depending if they run out. But I will be explaining all that as we get closer. So the Sunshine Vibes, you can buy just a stamp set, or you can buy the bundle, which coordinates with this set, and it has these beautiful dies. You get 11 in a pack, and the neat thing about the new packaging is the die. So this image, so just imagine it was this, it would be here, and then you would see these also on here. So I think that's going to be really cool. I'm excited about the changes. So that is a Sunshine Vibe bundle. So you can buy just the stamp set, or you can buy the Sunshine Vibe dies, or you can buy it as a bundle. And if you buy it as a bundle, you actually get to save 10%. In this bundle, this is part of the Boho Vibes suite. So in this suite, you get the Boho Vibes Designer Series paper. Say that fast a few times. I love this paper. I love the colors. If you've been following, you know that I'm a huge fan of Cloud Cover and Secret Sea. I think Secret Sea is my favorite color. I love, love, love it. So this is the Boho Vibes. Regularly it's $17, but because it has Cloud Cover and Secret Sea in it, it's actually on sale till the end of August for $14.45. The colors are Cajun Craze, Cloud Cover, Daffodil Delight, Mossy Mellow, Petal Pink, and Secret Sea. Those are the patterns right there. Fun patterns. I really like this one. And I love these too. And then it also has these ones on the back. So lots of great ways for you to use that pattern with a wide variety of colors. Also, I'll show you the product of the week. So this is just in case you want to screenshot it or write it down and you're like really liking what we're using. So the Sunshine Vibe bundle is right here. Here in Canada, it is $59.25. And this is available in all global markets. And this is the Boho Vibe Designer Series paper. And as I said, it's on sale for $14.45. And that sale is on till the end of August 31st. You can either head to my online store, which is right here, or you can head to my blog, which is the easiest way, stampwithann.com, click shop now, and it'll take you to my online store. So this week, if you place an order in my online store or you email me your order from August 18th to 24th, anything before $50 or more before shipping and taxes. And if you have Stampin' Rewards taken off, it has to be over 50. You will get the supplies to make these 4 cards. The only thing I can't do for you is stamp the images. So if you wanted to use the exact same images I did, you would need to purchase the Sunshine Vibe stamp set, or you can use what you have in your own stash. So that is on until Sunday at midnight. All right, also in this suite is the Muted Palette Dots, and you get 200 of these. Petal Pink, Daffodil Delight, Cloud Cover, and Mossy Mellow. And guess what? These are probably also in the online sale because they had Cloud Cover in it. So those are great dots also. I wanted to show you just some ways when I was working on my projects. So the one die, let me bring that die out and show you. And then we're going to make a card, and then I have a few samples to share with you. So this die right here, if you were to cut it out, it actually makes one rainbow. So that is right there. And then if you cut this one out, you get this. So this die will cut out this, which is kind of cool. So as you can see, I cut out this rainbow die in multiple colors. And what I was left with was all these pieces. And I was like, well, I can't throw these out. These would make like a great stencil. I thought, you know what, if I really wanted to make like a card in a hurry, I didn't have to go die cut. I have all these pieces and I literally can just lay them in here and create a card. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put all these pieces in our clear envelopes, and I'm going to keep it with the stamp set. So I thought that was a great way to have those on hand so you didn't have to recreate the wheel when you were ready to sit down. Okay, I wanted to share with you, so tonight when, I was like, what? I thought, tonight when I sat down to create, I was looking for like a color combination. So I pulled out my cloud cover and I used, I was looking for different ideas. I knew I wanted cloud cover in my project. So when I went and used the color coaches that Stampin' Up! Provided, it showed me that Cloud Cover, Secret Sea, and Darling Duck was a good one. So I thought, oh, you know what? I should try some of those colors and throw in some other colors. So that is what I used. And that's just our color coach. Okay, so my card today was inspired by my friend Jamie. Jamie is a US demonstrator. Her social media is Stamp It with Jamie. So thanks, Jamie, for the inspiration. So I have Secret Sea. And before we get into the rest of the card, oh, actually, let me show you the card. We're going to make the card. So here is the card that we are making. It's not fun. Just a fun way. I thought we were making a sketch. You know why? Because I had this card I thought we were making in my pack, but then I realized it was this one. I pulled it out. So we're not making a card from a sketch. We're making a card from a case tonight. So this is the card we're going to make. So before we get started, we're going to do a little bit of embossing. So I'm going to bring in our big boss. This is the big Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And you're going to want one of these when you do more embossing. So we are going to be using the Soft Waves embossing folder. I really like this embossing folder. I just love the softness of it and the design. What I want to do is I only want to emboss the front of my card. So usually I would put just a layer, but if I was to put both of these in, I would emboss the front and the back, and that is not what I want. As you can see, my back is smooth, but my front is embossed. So what we're going to do is we're just going to tuck it along the side, and what I'm going to do is pull this part up. So just kind of like that. It's going to look like that. We're going to put it in, and then we're going to use our big gray mat. The gray mat is when you need to use it for embossing. I am a right-handed person, so let's bring that through. And as you can see, when I pull that out, it only embossed the front of my card and left the back unbossed. So that is how we wanted to do that. So we have that. So that is the Soft Ways embossing folder. It's a really nice one. And where's my card? We need to cut our little piece here. So let me, not that. I need to find a white piece. Think this will work? Oh yes. Okay. So let's put this die. So we're going to switch to our plates for cutting our dies. I have a piece of basic white, and I have this shape that looks like a rainbow. It also looks like a giant noodle. We're going to run that through. I can't believe like it's 7:20 here and it's like getting dark out. I've noticed it's starting to get dark by like 8:30. All right, so there is our die. So we are done die cutting. So let's just put this, I'm gonna put this off on my spot here. Okay. And let's go put that back where it is so I don't lose it. Okay. Now, let's bring in our card. So I am going to do a little bit of stamping before we assemble our card. And as I showed you at the beginning of this video, I have cut out all those pieces. I thought, you know what, why recut? Let's use what I already have. So let's bring the card in so you can see what we're doing. I'm going to put this here, and this is actually going to lay on top of here. But before I do that, we need to do a little bit of stamping. We need to create this sun. Now, I chose to use Versamark because Versamark is like water, it's meant for heat embossing. But I love using it because it's a watermark, which will create like that tone on tone. So I'm just going to put that down. And actually, before I do this, I'm going to grab my paper piercer. Okay, so I have that. I'm going to ink up in Versamark. Hi, Brenda. Thanks for joining us tonight. And I'm just going to stamp. So you can see I kind of stamped like half of the sun. Okay, and then we're going to bring in the sun rays. I really like this set for the sun rays. I think it's really nice. And yeah, okay, so now we're going to ink that up again. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it. I have to turn this to see. I'm going to come stamp. Now I don't really need this because I know what I'm doing is I'm going to put the sun rays around my stamp. So I kind of just now, mine will kind of be off a little bit because I kind of stamped higher than what I wanted. But so I have that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line up the next line and come around so that it looks like the sun rays are going around the sun. And once again, I used Versamark. And I chose to use Versamark because it picks up that water tone color of like cloud cover. We do have cloud cover ink available while supplies last, but there was a problem with the ink when you added the ink to the ink pad. It was making a chemical that was mixing the color and turning it not like the way it was. I'll show you. So I actually have an ink pad. So you can tell this is the one where I stamped in just the ink, cloud cover ink, and it's a little more gray tone than a blue tone, where I find when I use more of the Versamark, it kind of picks up that different color. So you can really see the difference. I think I kind of got a bit of a dud, but I'm okay with it. I also think the good round is just using Versamark. Okay, so let's pull this in. And we're gonna let's put this up here because we're just gonna let that dry. And we're going to piece together our pieces. So first of all, I'm going to grab our silicone sheet because that is great for gluing and doesn't get on your mat. And I'm going to grab Tombow glue. I'm actually just going to set those off to the side. So the first one, big one we're going to do. Now I just mixed and matched because I said I had these left over. So mine will be different than the sample, but that's okay because it shows you two different cards 2 cards done the one way. So I'm literally just doing little dots because I don't want to do too big of a dot because then it'll get everywhere. Okay. So there's that. Now our next big color will be Cloud Cover. So our first one was Secret Sea. So Secret Sea and Cloud Cover are part of the in colors for 2025, which means they'll be around to 2027. And they are part of the in color sale. So if you're looking to stock up on some ink pads, re-inkers, markers, oh wait, I'm not sure why that didn't stick. This is a great time to do that while they're on sale. Also wanted to let you know, Stampin' Up made another big announcement. They are discontinuing our Stampin' Right markers. They have noticed a big decline in sales, basically because we have Stampin' Blends. But these, the black is retiring along with all the color families, so subtles, regals, brights, neutrals, and then your in colors, so 2024 and 2025. They are on the last chance list while supplies last, so you're going to want to order them earlier than not. And another big thing is with the discontinuing of red rubber. That is a technique that is used for these markers. And since we don't have that, that is one thing they just thought it would be a good natural transition to discontinue them also. And I actually can't tell you the last time I used a marker. I used the black journaling marker more for anything, but we have a new journaling pen, so I think that will totally work in my favor. And I have tons that I need to use up, so I'm okay for a while. All right, so Secret Sea, Cloud Cover, Timid Tiger is our next one. Coming in with Darling Duck. These are all the 5 new in colors. I would love to know which one is your favorite. I think my top 3, my top 1 is Secret Sea, and then Cloud Cover, and then I love Strawberry Slush, so I think that's a nice one too. Okay. All right, so there is our cute little rainbow. Cute. I just think this is just looking at this brightens your day. Think how adorable it is. All right, we'll let that sit for a minute. And while that's sitting, we are going to stamp our greeting. Not sure why. Oh, international. So let me grab just a piece of scrap paper. We're going to stamp hello. I thought this would be a great card to send to a friend. I feel like there's lots going on in the world, and you know, just maybe everyone's lives are busy. I'm really noticing that this past summer, how busy people are. When I talk with someone, they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's this day. I can't believe it's August. Like, where did July go? It's so busy. And yeah, like I haven't even talked to my friends as much as I normally would, but I just think they're just truly busy. Lots of weddings, lots of baby showers, and people going on vacations and just spending time with family. So that's okay. So I stamped the hello in Secret Sea, which I said is my favorite. It's a nice, I showed it the other day. Let me just show you, because I think I got, so let me show you Secret Sea. So here is Cloud Cover, and here's Secret Sea. That's the cardstock. So there's Secret Sea, but let me show you what it looks like up against. So there's Night and Navy. So Night and Navy is definitely blue. Secret Sea is that little bit of dark. And then if you pair it up against black, it's definitely lighter than black. So I kind of say it's in between. I would say like, this is the top of the ocean, this is the middle of the ocean, and this is like, you're at the bottom is when you can't really see, right? The bottom of the ocean is very, very black, they say. So I love this color. And I love stamping with the ink pad because I think it's a really nice black, or like kind of like black, but a nice alternative to your ink color if you like to use Memento. All right, so let's just cut this up and then we'll assemble our card, and then I have some samples to share with you. All right, here. I just like literally eyeball this. I probably could get my little trimmer out, but okay. So let's do that. Okay, so let's assemble our card now. We have all of our pieces. All right, let's put that on right there. So cloud cover going on to a basic white layer. And then we're going to go ahead and put this down onto our card base. Okay, and then we're going to pop up our card base. Now, as I said, I was inspired by my friend Jamie on this one, so thank you, Jamie. Usually when I sit down to create, I will always go see first what the concept artist did. I will go look in the catalog, or I'll go online and see, like I'll just search the project and find their pictures. And then I always turn to see what Pinterest, to see what my demonstrator friends are doing or customers are doing. And then I turn to, and then I will go to creative challenges, like sketch challenges and things like that. And that's honestly, truly how I create my projects each week. Okay, I think I need my minis. Let's pull this in. So, there, so hello. Hello there, just like that. Now, you know what? I'm gonna double up on my dimensionals here because it's not as big as a little one. So I just stacked them so that my project will lay nicely like that. Okay. So now let's go ahead and bring in those beautiful embellishments. I'm going to bring in my favorite tool in my craft room, which is the Take a Pick. And we're going to add some dots. You know what? And let's just go ahead over to here and add one. I feel like I need another one on this one. There we go. You should always do 3, right? That the triangle, they say to do triangle because it helps your eyes go to that. I somehow managed to rip my bag here. All right, so let's just put that off to the side. There you go. And there is our card for tonight using the Boho, the Sunshine Vibes bundle. Isn't that a bright, fun card? I think this would be fun to switch it out and do like different colors. Could do totally do the different in colors. I think it's just makes me happy looking at this card. This is a great set. One I definitely like see a lot of samples with, and that boho vibe is very trendy right now. I work in a school and I have a lot of teachers who likes that boho vibe, rainbow for like their displays and things like that. So more of like the softer palette of instead of bright colors. All right, so let me show you some other cards. This is a card that we made yesterday in our Facebook Live, so that video is already up on YouTube and on my blog, so you can find that there. This was one that I cased actually from the Artisans. So using the same thing, I used that rainbow die, but then what we did was we put pattern paper behind it. I loved that. And then a little sun, and it just says, hello, darling. This card I actually cased from my friend Julie Davison. She is a demo in the US. I liked this layout and I just switched up the pattern paper, but I really thought that was a great one to show the different versatility of the way you can use this stamp and supply this product. This one I created was a challenge that my friend Cindy put up on our blog. She is one of my team members, one of my leaders. And I thought, oh, this is a fun challenge. I kind of like this one. I'm going to make this with the Boho Vibes Designer Series paper. And I really like that one. So there's that one. And then the last one, this was another one that I created with a sketch, which I totally thought, this is the one I thought we were making tonight. But I didn't realize, because I saw this. So it made me think, but this is the one we're making. We didn't make, but this I'm going to show you. This is the one we did with a sketch. So once again, I used that soft wave embossing folder. I really just love the look of it. Brought in that paper. As I said at the beginning of the video, this one is my favorite in these two. And then I use the Spotlight on Nature's, and I thought sending good vibes. So I'm sending everyone good vibes their way. Brought in that cloud cover ribbon, and then the cloud cover dots. That's a really nice one to do your cloud cover, to showcase that in color if you really wanted to. And I really wanted to focus on the in colors this week because, as I said, those in colors are what is on sale to the end of August, and everyone loves a deal. So, you know, if you can do it and you love these colors, I would definitely place an order if you can. All right, so let's do a recap. We used the Sunshine Vibes bundle, and I will upload this video to my YouTube channel, and it will be on my blog, so I'll link it back to my blog. If you place an order in my store or email me from Monday the 18th to Sunday the 24th, you will get the supplies to make these 4 cards. It was funny, I thought it was, I must have, oh no, you're right. So you will make this one, this one, this one, and I believe this one. So I will send you everything you need. So I will send you all the die cut pieces. The only thing I cannot do for you is stamp. And then you can watch this video and put this card together, and I will send you the link for this other video. And then you will get a PDF with all the supplies and measurements so you can remake them at home. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. And I will be back next Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I had an order arrive today, so I need to check out what I'm going to do there. But I look forward to stamping with you next week. Can you believe it? Next week is the last week of summer. We need to have a summer party. I don't know. We need to... I can't believe we're in the last week of summer. Just felt like school was done a week ago, and here we are almost starting school again. Crazy times. And I can't believe we're almost into September. Hello, where is the year going? I know, we're just having fun stamping, and that's just making our year fly by. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.